Graham, just how much of a missed opportunity does this feel at the moment?
Well, I think because of the timing of their equaliser, we're obviously disappointed. I think, in fairness, over the course of the game, I think a draw is probably a fair result, if we're being honest, because I thought we were the better team first half. Probably could have been more than one goal ahead, but weren't. And then West Brom responded well in the second half. We weren't quite at the same level. So in the end, a draw is what it is, and we're disappointed, but we have to learn from the second half and probably take the positives from the first half.
Is that the key, though, looking back tonight, that the margin of your lead should have been greater before West Brom made changes and tried to claw their way back in?
Well, while it's still at 1-0, you know that the opposition is still in the game, and that's the margins of the Premier League. You know that there's going to be a response. You know that they've got nothing to lose, and they played with that. I would say that mentality in the second half. West Brom were better in the second half, and like I said, they probably felt that they could have been more than one down at half time. But while they weren't, they've got a lot of hope, and they played well second half, in fairness. So we weren't quite as good, and as a result, if you're not quite as good and the opposition are better, there's a chance that the game turns a little bit, and I think it did.
Given that a cutting edge for you perhaps wasn't quite there, were you tempted at all to consider bringing Danny on in the second half?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, lots of considerations. Obviously, like I said at the start, he's only been with us a couple of days and not had much time. He was a thought for the final sub, but obviously Alexis scored as well when he came on in the last match. So we're trying to work out the right thing. But yeah, Danny's going to be an option for us going forward. Absolutely.
It does feel like a familiar theme again at the start of this season, doesn't it? 5 points from 6 games, good football, people speaking well of the way Brighton are playing their football, but not really having the results to show for it again tonight?
Well, no, but that's the challenge of the league. That's the challenge of football, I think. No, it doesn't matter how well you play or how you try to play. It doesn't guarantee your results, certainly in the highest level. And we are where we are. We know the quality we have. We know the quality that the opposition have as well. So we're humble enough to know that. We have to keep fighting. Like I said, learn from what we did well, try and improve the things we didn't do so well. And there are a few of those second half, I think.
It's a tough start to the season for West Brom, but on the evidence of tonight, do they deserve some credit too?
That's what I said. I thought that we can beat ourselves up as well, but at the same time, I think the opposition responded well, and they realised they were still in the game at 1-0 and could have a right go at the second half, which they did. We didn't manage that situation well enough, but West Brom aren't a bad team. They've got some good players, a good manager, so we have to respect that as well.